Everything pro wrestling, they can never be you. Listen to the podcast here for the people. The best show that's here, so listen in. Let the knowledge begin. The opinion and the lesson. Yes, everyday pro wrestling, they can never be you.
Folks, welcome to Everything Pro Wrestling. Everything Pro Wrestling is a show by the fans, for the fans. I'm your host, Conrad Cushman, being joined tonight by the man in blue, Derek.
Yo.
Listen, y'all, I'm going to be straight up with you. I already told Derek when he pulled up, he was early for once. I should have knew it was going to be an off day. Today was not a good day for AEW, y'all. Not a good day.
No.
It was rough, man. It was rough out here in these streets.
Very.
You know what I mean? I got nothing, man. I got nothing. Doing my best. That's all I can say.
That's it.
I'm just trying. I'm trying to figure it all out. We're going to go through this entire Dynamite show. We're going to talk about all the AEW news here at the end. Honestly, my plan is to kind of zip through this, and it's not disrespectful to the show at all.
Not at all.
I actually thoroughly enjoyed the show, but I really want to focus in on other things here tonight, like possibilities of things happening and such. So we'll get into some of that. With that being said, man, I hope everyone's doing well. Appreciate everyone who's in the chat, man. We got Clown in the house saying evening, everyone. Evening, Clown. Matt Lopez says, hello, everyone. Good evening. Hope you all had a good Wednesday. That was a damn good episode. I hear you, sir. Elite Easy E says, hey, yo. What's up, E? Doug says, from what I saw, stellar Dynamite. For what I missed, what better way to find out than through Conrad and Derek? Appreciate you, Doug. Gabe Badley in the house. What's good, bro? Appreciate you being in here, Gabe. Renegade, James from Pro Wrestling Shoot. You guys can go check out their podcast on Tuesdays. They do streams as well. Go on over, support my guys at the Pro Wrestling Shoot. Rob's in the house. What up, Rob? Yeah, the news was very rough. Who are you telling, bro? Who are you telling? We'll have our own little heart-to-heart with AEW tonight. Continental Classic, man. I look forward to this time of year. It's a beautiful time. Like I said, we've mentioned we have the Blue League over here. Who's in the Blue League? What's going on? Take a gander. Take a look. That's who's all in here, because some of the matches will have implications for this tonight. Here's the Gold League. All the participants for it. Now you're probably like, Conrad, they had matches last week. Where are your, showing the results of those matches? Blood out. Big shout out to whoever produced this. Juice Robinson. I did that highlight sloppily, of course. Not too easy to do with the computer mouse, but these were the results as of last week. Claudio Castagnoli, 3 points with a victory. Will Ospreay picked up 3 points with a victory. Juice Robinson broke his leg in his match with, not broke his leg, broke his ankle, in the match with Will Ospreay. Brody King picked up 3 points. Gonzo Bomb to Darby Allin. Ricochet also took a L. Blue League, Kyle Fletcher picked up 3 points. Shelton Benjamin picked up 3 points. Okada and Garcia split one.
Right. Went
to a draw. Mark Briscoe and Beast Mortos on the losing end. That's where we are with these. AEW, they got some shows coming up. Tonight they were in Fishers, Indiana. Coming off of that, we're going to have Saturday in Columbus, Ohio. I believe it's going to be at GalaxyCon, if I'm not mistaken. Wednesday, December 7th, next week, Kansas City, Missouri. We are going to be here for Winter is Coming. Collision, they'll also be there for Winter is Coming. That's going to be Thursday, December 12th, for Collision. So that's when the taping will be happening. Wednesday, we got another Dynamite happening in Washington, D.C. December 21st, AEW Christmas Collision in New York, New York. They'll also be filming Miracle on 34th Street for December 22nd in New York for Dynamite. And we will also be getting World's End happening at the end of the month for December 28th. Tickets are on sale now. Yeah, man. John L., what's good, bro? Welcome. Appreciate you. The Indiana crowd was pretty darn good. I know the size of the crowd, so that probably helped that it was a little bit smaller. I thought they were quiet during some parts. I was like, make some noise, man. Do something.
Yeah, so sometimes it seemed like they weren't into it, but could be wrong. They might have been.
Right? Doug says, wish I could go to Collision Saturday. Okada versus Fletcher would be great to see in person. Hopefully you're not working or something, Doug. Maybe you can find a way to check it out. I think there's still tickets for the show, too. Matt Lopez says, I'm going to Hammerstein on 21st. Enjoy, brother. Enjoy. Hub, partner of Clash of the Podcast. Hubs has all his stuff in our description, but I'm also going to put it in the chat, man. Make sure you guys go support Clash of the Podcast. Me and Sean talking everything in the world of pro wrestling. Try to get Sean's thoughts on things. I know he doesn't get the full-time AEW piece up in here, but hop in. Always welcome, brother.
My guy Hubs.
Right? Everybody showing love to Hubs. Family gathering. Appreciate you, man. Doug, you enjoy that time with family, bro.
Yes.
Enjoy that time.
Enjoy it.
All right. Let's run through Dynamite. Like I said, man, I really want to talk about the news portion stuff more so for this episode of Dynamite. But let's get into it. Don't be all depressed, Eric. All right. I'm trying to uplift my spirits. AEW Dynamite, man. Continental Classic, Blue League, Shelton Benjamin, Kyle Fletcher. Arguably best match of the night?
Yes.
It's either this one or another one that happened later on in the show. But what'd you think, Derek?
This was awesome. This was awesome. The fact that, oh, God.
Every week, I'm never amazed at, like, yo, what were you doing with Shelton Benjamin in 2016?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, why did you even have him if you weren't even gonna use him like that?
This? Like he's got so much heart, man.
Bro, chat. If you guys can help me out, I asked CJ this a long time, or not a long time ago, in the beginning of the night. What is Shelton Benjamin's last best match outside of his match with Shawn Michaels? I'm trying to figure it out.
Money in the Banks, bro.
Nah, bro. I'm talking about one-on-one. Mano y mano.
He had the Shawn Michaels match. I'm just trying to think. Gold Standard had to have a banger in there with the gold hair.
Nah, bro. I don't think so.
You hating right now, bro.
I don't think so.
Hating hard.
I'm just saying.
I wonder if him and Chad Gable, that's tag team.
Yeah.
Singles. I don't know. Maybe it is the Shawn Michaels match. I don't know.
Telling you, bro, that's gotta be it.
Yeah. Very awesome opening. Shelton was a beast and wasted in WWE. Hub's talking about the one of the main world title picture, man. Cassie, super babyface. Hangman, horrible human being and heel to the 10th degree, getting cheered. Christian, super heel, being cheered. Jay White, this is a cluster, you know what, in a good way. Ooh, I might need Hubs to expound upon this. Yeah, this match was fantastic, though. We got great Michinoku driver. Shelton still hit that dragon whip, bro. Thing of beauty, bro. Gets his foot caught. Normally, people would turn around. He turns it right into a spinning wheel kick. Kyle gets the win with a roll-up, Derek. He cheated.
He did.
Don Callis was proud. He scurried on out of there.
And he called him quick. He was like...
He ran faster than a dad having to take a dump through a Home Depot. He was out, bro. And I was like, okay, big dub. Big dub.
It was a good match, though. It was a good match.
Yes. Matt got it. Shelton versus Christian in a ladder match for the ECW title. Yes.
Okay, maybe I missed that one.
Yeah. You weren't watching ECW on Tuesdays like me.
Oh, yeah. Probably not.
See, hating. Missed the gold standard.
That was a gold standard?
Yeah. Dyed his hair gold.
Terrible.
No. He's trying to make himself stand out. Kyle gets the win with a roll-up. Shelton saw him use the ropes. 3 points for Kyle Fletcher. They're building him up. 3. Now, after that, we get Hook coming out. Hook makes a challenge for the Hammerstein Ballroom to face Nick Wayne. Gets jumped by Christian and his peeps. Yeah, be on the lookout for this. I'm glad to see Hook and Nick Wayne getting like a featured matchup here, but Hook's got to get his revenge, man.
He does. I think that'll be a really good match between those two. For me, they seem like they're very on par with each other.
Right?
I don't know how, because I feel like Hook is like slightly better.
Nick Wayne has more training, I would probably guess, than Hook. If Hook really just started when he got in with AEW, but they're both the up and comers. They might be the future of the company if they play their cards right. So Nick Wayne and Hook should be fun. Hammerstein, Manhattan Center. Nick Hook versus Nick Wayne should be fun. It's all the same thing for people who don't know. Yes. After that, we're going to cha-cha slide right into Mercedes Moné being interviewed by Renee Paquette. She said, I did not do anything to Kamille. I don't know who took Kamille out. Kamille got beaten down after quitting last week. Does Mercedes need another heavy? Do you do something here with it?
No, I don't think she needs.
I could see she could have her own group, like the Enterprise or something. I don't know what you want to call it.
She could, but I think it has to be. I want to say I think it has to be. I don't know. Scratch it. I like the idea of having like her own group, her own faction, however you want to look at it.
I'll put Stokely in there.
Stokely, okay, yeah.
Renegade Twins. Let them take the beatings for her.
Ooh, I like them.
This will help elevate them.
They're good.
Yeah. I really like what they're doing with this. Now, following up from that, she kind of just left out of it and scurried away, kind of just trying to figure out what's next. More on that later. Hurt Syndicate's backstage. They beat up security and anyone who was around because after MVP reprimanded Shelton Benjamin for losing that match, saying, you were playing with him for too long. You should have been play. So he should have. He was in there going at it, and he said that you should have just made sure you got the win, and instead you didn't. One of the guys walked by him, like bumped Shelton a little bit by accident. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." Shelton just grabbed him, threw him up. Lashley coming out there. I don't know what he was wearing.
You know, take that velvet suit off, bro.
Man's out here looking like a golden Twinkie. He was Bobby out here coming with the style. But Hurt Syndicate put a beat down. I'm reminding you, we hurt people.
Yes.
Real
quick, Bobby's outfit, Sir Bob. Your outfit reminds me of
a Twinkie with cowboy boots.
Not even that, bro. You remember like how your mom or your aunt used to like make cake, and then you got like that cake crust like right on the bottom of the thing. Like when you turn it over to get the cake out. That's what that looks like.
Bobby's actually like he's never ate cake ever.
Probably not.
Following up from that, I want to go to Hub's comments real quick. E2. E said Christian was beating that young boy like he stole something. Downward fist across the what? What was the pause? Young boy? Inappropriate play. Christian was beating that young boy like he stole something. Downward fist across the back and acted like it was a hockey fight. You know, Christian's a hockey fan.
He definitely is.
Hub says, to a wrestling novice, it seems like Jay White, Cassidy, Christian, and Mox and Paige being put together seems weird. But to a seasoned wrestling viewer, it's a combination of talent meant to slightly throw people off, yet intrigue them. Yes. It's well done by AEW. For Hangman to be cheered after all he's done is crazy. Christian being cheered makes me smile. I think a lot of people view Hangman as the hero to that first big story they were trying to tell in AEW. Yes. I think that's why Hangman is always going to be beloved by the company. Yes. I see a lot of people just reminiscing on it recently, so that's why I think it works. Christian's so bad that he's good. Like sometimes you love to root for the bad guy. That's kind of what happened with Jay White, honestly. Yeah. Jay White never really did anything that's like, oh, he's a face. It was just, he's cool. I like him.
Yeah, it just like naturally just happened. Like, all right, we're gonna move you over to a face. I didn't do anything. I know, but it just work with us here.
Right. Who called this man Roberto? Stop calling Lashley by his government.
Roberto.
I can't roll my R's like Derek, so
I can only do it like the beginning.
He said he had the roach stompers on. Come on now. The Hurt Syndicate. They hurt people. We hurt people. T-Ferg in the house. What's good, T-Ferg? He said, what up, fellas? Hurt Syndicate was giving security the business. Those security guys better be getting 6 figures for the beatings they get on a regular.
They definitely do get beat.
Oh, Hubs comes back. He says, however, on the other hand, as excited as I am about the wild combination, I'm equally disappointed with Cole, O'Reilly, MJF situation. Definitely needs works. Thanks, guys. I don't know what people would want to do with that. I don't know.
I think it's tough because who do you add into that? Who do you add in? Who do you subtract?
He said, "Come on, D." But what up, though? Yo, I'm just saying. Let's get into that, actually, the Cole stuff, because this is right where we are. The Dynamite doesn't Battle Royal. This is always for MJF's ring. As you can see, he's got all the banners. He is MJ in the 90s, we'll say. Yes. I almost said 03 because he's an OG.
Yes.
Jordan on the Wizards.
The old ball in one hand. Get out my face, boy.
Yo. Michael Jordan on the Wizards, man. I always say this. I don't know if the Pistons would have won a championship if Jordan never went to the Wizards. Rip Hamilton went to Detroit after.
Yeah.
Just putting it out there.
Yeah. Greatest moment? Taking that ball right off the glass.
Oh, yeah. Jordan was still nice at 03, bro. I don't care what anybody says. He should have been giving out work the way he was at that time.
What did he score? What did he score for his game back? Like 43?
Was it? Google that. We're going to look this up now. Why are we talking about Michael Jordan? I don't know, but that's what we're doing. And Derek, did you not have your phone on mute? Derek was listening to some video about someone marinating steak in honey for 7 days. No, you're not. Yeah, Dynamite does a Battle Royal. So the rules were final two in the Battle Royal will face off next week at Winter is Coming. The winner of that match will then face MJF at World's End for the Dynamite Diamond Ring. What do you guys think? Is this gimmick washed? Like, are you over it with the ring? It's MJF's gimmick, but it's kind of... I feel like it would be weird on anyone else to have that ring at this point.
First game for the Wizards, 51.
See? Who they play?
Hold on. Watch the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, they deserved it.
Yeah.
So they weren't the Bobcats yet?
Nah, not yet. Thank God they got rid of that.
Listen, we're gonna fast forward through this. Shout out to the Butcher and everyone that was in this. Honestly, it came down to Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Brian Cage, Lance Archer. Butcher did phenomenal. You got to let Butcher win one of these once, so people,
please,
just hoping for it. But I'm just talking crazy, probably to others.
Not at all.
Cole and O'Reilly win. They're the final two. They've been having beef. They had a little face-off. Former tag partners. That's great. Yeah, so they're gonna wrestle each other next week. I think later they had Max cut his promo later, right? I'm not even gonna get into it right now. I'm gonna go in order. Yeah. Wait a minute. All right, let me see here. Let me go back. So I was looking at Twitter. There's a big spoiler about Final Battle, RH World Title match, and I can say no one saw this coming. Okay. Jordan on the Wizards in wrestling. Sting in that match versus Jeff Hardy in TNA. Yo, no. Jeff Hardy, I had no comment on that match, bro. I was so mad. You wouldn't have wanted to see my review that night. It would have been over. Am I wrong when I say Adam Cole, Bebe, said it very quietly by the crowd tonight, which is very concerning versus MJF is getting a little stale. It's been stale since Adam Cole took off the mask. You're not wrong, Sean, in what you're saying. I think it's not fair as an AEW fan. I just had this conversation with someone today. I think it was actually James. And I said, who would you have put in that spot? No matter who you picked to be the devil. If it wasn't Punk, people were not going for it. It wouldn't have mattered. If it could have been MJF, nope. Could have been someone else, nope. Unless you had like Roman Reigns, CM Punk, someone crazy underneath that mask, it wasn't going to work.
Yeah. It was too far gone when it started.
Right.
It was too far gone when it started.
Yeah. Kyra, I won't tell you until they officially confirm it tomorrow, but just wow. Okay. Cole seems like just another guy now. Why does it seem like he and MJF are stuck in the mid card? I think because MJF's not there. Well, we're not going to give you all that time.
Right, yeah.
Like I said, I think Tony's investing time in people who are putting the time in.
Yes.
With this company. I'm over the ring, but if Cole has to piss off MJF, that'd be something interesting to watch. Diamond Dallas Page wore his ring way better than MJF does. The ring is boring. It's time to move on. I think the ring is a great weapon to use. I won't say DDP wore it better. DDP had like 6 gimmicks at that time, bro.
Yeah.
Like he had Kimberly, the 10s. He was doing way too much. The gold chain. He had the diamond cutter. He had like a lot of stuff, and actually I don't even know if he did the diamond cutter. He might have did the tombstone at that time.
I think he did do the tombstone at that time.
Or no, it was the flapjack, like Claudio's move, the neutralizer.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
DDP was doing too much at the time. I think he finally figured it out like in 95, 96. Like I think he was like, I got it. This is what I'm gonna do. Stop doing all that stuff, baby. Stop wearing them rings. Stop doing all that. I'll say MJF. The ring's more synonymous with MJF because I think he makes it a point to use it. He reminds you he has it. He wins matches with it. And you're like, oh, I forgot about that. Come on. It works for the heel work. There was no saving that devil spot. I agree, Matt. Keeping MJF versus Cole story going is like trying to fit a square peg in a round hole. That's what she said, by the way. That was Hubs. I don't know, bro. So let's say this. If MJF and Cole aren't doing this, what are you doing with them? Do you think Jay White wants to be feuding with one of them? Jay White, people have been asking for him to be in the world title picture. Just go back and think of the complaints for others that have been made about others besides these two.
Right. Yeah.
Roderick Strong doesn't deserve this match against MJF. Well, then who does, bro? MJF's not here, so who's he going to feud with? Why would he feud with Christian? They're both heels.
Right.
Would he be in there with Jay White? Maybe.
Not.
I don't know.
I would say no.
Yeah.
I would say no.
There's a lot to it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. They're trying to make the best of it. I hope they can make it work. I'm not saying it's the best thing right now either. It's not what's got my interest.
Right, yeah.
But we're getting there. Let's move forward into this. Jamie Hayter, she's up next. Jamie Hayter's backstage, and she has a little conversation, and we get another Julia Hart video. Basically, putting the attack down. She's being targeted by Julia Hart. This is the next feud. I'm okay with this. I like this. It's a slow build-up. I don't know when the match is going to happen. I assume at World's End, but
slow burn.
Who do you put over here, though?
Yeah, that is the toughest question right now. Is who do you put over?
Yeah. How you feeling about Jamie?
Oh, Jamie.
Does she look comfortable enough in the ring? Like,
yes and no.
Are you giving this to Julia Hart? Like,
I would. I honestly would. Julia Hart has done a lot. She's done a lot, and right now, no disrespect to Jamie, love Jamie, but
she's been putting on good matches though.
But
she has no misses. Like I've at least since she's been back, I'm not gonna say anything's been like, wow, it's bad. No, it's been solid.
It's by far not bad at all. It's I don't know, dude. I just think Julia Hart's there.
Yeah, Matt says another great Julia Hart video package. Same person who's been making them made this one too. I saw she took another picture. I was like, I made this. This is cool. Good for her. Hub says I like Jamie Hayter. Yeah, I'm interested in this feud. Let's see where it goes.
Now, don't get me wrong. I do like Jamie Hayter.
I'm just saying that Hayter has to face Mercedes, I think, at one point, or Mariah May. One of the two. Like, she has to go for one of those championships, I feel. She never lost the women's title, and she's never faced Mercedes. One or both of those things need to happen. How quickly? I don't know, but
I think she'll go over to
Mercedes?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if she'll end up doing that. Let me go back to hold on. We got another thing. So Hub says Adam Cole needs to be refocused into the world title picture. Let's light this candle and get back to the AC before the injury. Stuff has changed, bro.
Yeah.
That's the other problem. If people aren't feeling him, he was gone for almost a year. Like, think about that.
Yeah.
He got hurt. He was gone. MJF, he was gone for a while too. Like, you can't have it like that. They
Right.
disappeared for a while. They're trying to see if they're hot still or whatnot. And I feel like they're both kind of in this cooled off period.
Yeah, like they've hit like a cool front.
I wonder if MJF still gets like the numbers like he used to. I wonder, because he was one of the people that would jump up if he was on screen. I wonder if that still happens or if it's like the same now.
I'm willing to bet that it still happens.
Going back to this, Matt says, I love Jamie. They're doing all they can to not have her in the world championship picture. Yeah, they're trying to let her earn it, get back into it and earn it. I like Hater, but I wish she changed the hair. She looks like AEW's version of Becky Lynch. See, I don't like that. I don't like that because Becky Lynch doesn't own red hair to me, you know? Like, okay, that's cool. Yeah. She's not even around though. So
True.
I know she was at the Netflix premiere thing today. But I thought she wasn't signed, everyone. Don't get me started, bro. Because I'm saving that for the end.
Right.
We're getting through it. Hot take, Hub says, I don't think Jamie got the proper traditional welcome back from the injury. Triple H and MSG 2000 goes back to how she was not even how she was brought back. Things had changed so much from her time of leaving to now. Even with Toni Storm, I feel like it's not the same company right now, like from All In even.
It's not. You can tell the atmosphere is way different. The approach is way different.
Like, I think Tony will get cheered, but I think things have changed for those who have been out for that entire time. The MJFs, the Jamie Haters. I'm trying to think of who else has been gone. Like, I even feel like when Trent Beretta comes back, not the same.
Yeah, won't be the same. It's like when they come back, they're gonna have to like really evolve on the spot and change who they are. And that doesn't seem like a feasible idea to do that.
Yeah,
go.
Yeah, maybe you can get people back into it though. Like I said, the smaller arenas. This is the ECW thinking. If the crowd is crazy, it'll translate to TV, and then people will start believing it and they'll feel it. So when you go to these shows, be loud, go crazy for the stuff that you like. Boo the stuff that you hate. Like, go in there and just give your natural reaction to stuff. My thing is, don't just sit there and wait for them. Tell them what you like. Scream it.
Right.
They're listening to that. And Rob, I love the 70s show connection there that you just figured out. Going back into this, we get the Acclaim cutting a promo, basically letting Max know he's on his own tonight. Go show him you're the best wrestler alive because you keep talking about that.
That's it. Show us what you got.
Shout out to Swerve, rocking the green here. If you know what album this is from, you know, Tyler the Creator. So Max comes out here. He does a little rap. He does his thing. Yo, Swerve stomped this man out, bro. He stomped him out like a fire.
He did.
3 house call kicks and Swerve got the win.
Boom.
Then
boom.
Swerve decided, you know what? I'm not done with this. Swerve stomp off the top rope, Derek. Whose house?
Swerve's house.
Beat him. Nobody from the Acclaim came out. This story, the plot will thicken more as to what they're doing with Max Caster. I'm intrigued. What up, Cray? Appreciate you. Hub says, I hear you, brothers, but I have to disagree. Former world champs returning from injury should get red carpet upon return. That's how it's supposed to be. But she would have got the red carpet at the time when you're trying to push Toni Storm and Mariah May's story.
Right.
And then she's going to just jump right back into the mix. I don't know. And I think that there was way too much time in between when she left from that time period.
Right.
Think about when Toni first took the belt from her. Was Toni even doing that gimmick at that time?
I don't think she was.
I don't believe so. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. There's Craig again. Max Caster got mollywop. Matt said that's a fact, Jack. Terrible what happened tonight. We get highlights shown, or excuse me, MJF pops up next saying Adam Cole's really the villain of this story. Like I said, he looked like old Max Caster, like trying to get to the main event level, but he still has the size. It was just weird. MJF just felt weird tonight. He hasn't been in person for anything lately.
Right. I wonder if there's a specific reason for that.
I don't know.
And what it might be.
Maybe shooting movies. Maybe they're just trying to make sure he's special when he comes back.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe people feel the same way. Let's see here. Hub says Swerve winning was correct, but how will Max gain any steam by losing? Caster should never beat Swerve, so why have him face Swerve? Caster needs a win to solidly turn heel. I thought the purpose of it was to show that the Acclaimed are no longer bonded together as much. Right. Because wouldn't you expect, he took so long to get up there to do the Swerve stomp. Where was Billy? Where was Anthony Bowens? They ditched him.
But it was made clear, though, like, people will say they should have been down there. No. He has gotten to the point where he has bought into the fact that he is the best wrestler alive. So if he is the best wrestler alive, let's see him make that claim now, tonight.
Yeah, there's like I said, I really think it was meant to show that there's dissension in the group. Caster can afford a loss. I don't think anyone's going to remember this if they change it up. Max might not even be the one turning heel in this situation.
Right.
Maybe it's Bowens. Maybe it's flipped a different way.
Might be.
Leon the King TV, I'm going to be honest, Tony Khan can't book. Why do you say that, Leon? I'm interested to hear your reasons as to why. Moving forward here, we get highlights shown of Jay White and Pac, because guess what? That's the next match. Video packages. Remember? Everyone asked for that?
Right.
Pac, the Trios champ versus Jay White. Really good here. I got the finish down. Half and half suplex. Pac flipped out of it. Got caught with the second one. Jay White goes for the Blade Runner. It switches to a switch, to a switch, to a switch. Catches them in a standing brutalizer. White ends up going up against the ropes for the 5 count. Referee didn't disqualify him, though. They pulled him into the ring. It was game over, bro. Basically, Jay White hits the Blade Runner for the win. Thing of beauty. This was the other match that Derek and Rob had said, like, really good match. You could probably argue match of the night if you wanted to, versus the Shelton and Fletcher.
Yeah, you definitely could. What really surprised me, and I said this to them, to see and Rob, you all know that I have been a big advocate against Hangman. I think his presence tonight, after everything that happened, really took me back to when I used to like Hangman. I felt like, oh, okay, now if I see Hangman and Moxley wrestle, I think I can get behind Hangman on this.
Curb stomp to the brick again.
Maybe,
the cinder block.
Maybe. But in any case, the three of them standing together against everybody, looking good.
Looks good. E says would love to see Jay and Juice healthy together. Jay should be in the title picture if he can stay healthy. Yeah, I think he should be in that picture as well. Will he be champion though? I don't know. Like, I feel like he could be the international or TNT champion, but can he get to the world championship and you have him win it? Right now, you're in the season of trying things.
Right. And why not try it?
Where are the rest of the Bullet Club members to help Jay White? They're all injured. T. Ferg, Juice Robinson just broke his ankle. And the Guns were taken out a while back by was it Hangman?
I believe so, yeah. Hangman
took them out. So Jay White's all alone. I wouldn't bring anyone back until after this world title feud they're setting up.
Yeah, let that get through everything, and then you decide when to bring him back.
Orange Cassidy shows up as the cameraman.
Mm-hmm.
Derek didn't even know who it was. Like, who is that?
Bro, because okay, so with the hood and the mask that he had on, and the did he have sunglasses on?
Might have.
Okay, so that might have been the reason why I didn't.
My giveaway was the beard color. I was like, that's Orange Cassidy.
So I think in the beginning, he had that mask on, and I think it threw me off because I'm like, well, who the heck is this? But then it made sense once I saw the beard, like you said, I'm like, oh, okay, that's Orange. But in the beginning, the very beginning, when Orange jumped him, I'm like, yo, who is this?
He actually flipped Marina over the barricade. He was hitting orange punches, caught people. Mox got hit with the buckshot, the orange punch, and the Blade Runner. It was really good. I think we could see that 4-way happening. It might happen at World's End.
I don't know how I feel about a 4-way.
Might be a triple threat. We don't know. There's still weeks to get into this, but
I mean, well, it's better than a trio, so I think I can handle that.
It'll be all right. They don't do too many of them in AEW. Honestly,
Sure.
I think they should start implementing ECW style rules.
Oh yeah,
Elimination for the matches, triple threats, 4-ways, any of those 4-corner tags, eliminate people.
absolutely.
It'll just make your stuff different. I almost said a curse word. It'll make your stuff different. That segment was great with OC as the cameraman and Mox getting wrecked. Yeah, you finally saw Moxley get a little comeuppance. Like,
Right.
okay, you're
Yes.
gonna get beat down.
Yes.
Marina Shafir's owed some smoke. Where is Willow? She brings the boom. That's what we do. I bring the boom. I bring the boom to you. I'll bring the boom. Double chunk chocolate cookie. Chicken bake. Boom. All right. I want to go back up here to Leon King TV. He said Tony Khan can't book. Here's what he said after. We have so many world champions in just a few months. Well, Samoa Joe was a year ago. He said Swerve, Danielson, and Moxley. Leon, I don't know when you started watching wrestling, but I want to take you back to a time many, many moons ago called the Attitude Era.
Best era ever.
To you. Other people will disagree. There was some bad stuff during that time. I don't know if people, it's romanticized.
There was.
I think all eras are romanticized though a little bit.
To a certain extent. Like now it's
like people like to include that Katie Vick stuff into the Attitude Era. No. That was Ruthless Aggression. That was y'all. Not in the Attitude Era. We did other horrible things, but no, that one's definitely Ruthless Aggression in my opinion. 02 is Ruthless Aggression. Anything after, to me, there is the period in between those, which is just that invasion period, and anything after that, I'm like, no, that's Ruthless Aggression, dog. Once they cut that promo in the ring and the Ruthless Aggression, shut up, Gomez. That's what they did, right? Okay, cool. So that's what you decided to do. That's what you move forward with.
Yes.
But they had multiple champions. They're trying to figure stuff out. I don't think it's like, oh, Tony Khan can't book. What does he have to book to satisfy you?
Right.
That's what I'm asking people. I'm tired of this, like, yeah, do this, do that. And I want you to look at what you said and think, is this what WWE does? Because if they do that, someone's going to come up and be like, oh, you're just copying WWE. They're trying to be different. AEW's got to be AEW at the end of the day. WWE's crushing what they're doing as WWE.
Yes. They are. There's no denying what WWE is doing. They are taking care of business. Any other promotion can do the same thing if you put your best foot forward.
Right. Cray said Jay needs to be the Switchblade. Jay White, he's an aggressive wrestler like an Angle Benoit. But that's not his style, though. They're mat wrestlers. Jay White doesn't do that.
Yeah, no.
Jay White's a finesser. He's more like to me, like a Bray Wyatt style. Like he's going to finesse you. He's more about his character. He is a low-down, dirty heel. He just said he turns on everybody. Like, I got to get to where I got to get so I can get where I got to go.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. So let me just do my thing. Let me beat up on a couple people, call it a day. Keep moving.
Right. T-Ferg says, are we going to see Marina get a women's title? I wouldn't mind seeing her become like the Ring of Honor television champ now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think having that for herself, perfect.
Yeah, you could even do something where she becomes the TBS champ. Like I said, it depends on what you're pitching and what's the idea. But I could see her being a champion. In the 90s, Marina would be catching power drivers and power bombs to a table. I think that's the payoff if you do it. Looking back at WWF in 1999, it was Rock, Mankind, Austin Taker, Austin, Mankind, Triple H, Gomez, Triple H, Big Show. That's a fact.
It is.
Leon's laughing. He said, true. Holiday Bash card looks good. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know where you're located, but yeah, that could be something you go check out if you're in the city, man.
Right.
We're in New York. Chris Jericho cuts a promo with the New York Minute, and he promotes Ring of Honor Final Battle. They do have a show coming up. Where did I put those graphics for this? Did I end up deleting it? No, it's right here. He right now we do know of one match. It's going to be Red Velvet versus Layla Hirsch for the Women's Television Championship. You think we haven't seen Red Velvet and Layla Hirsch in so long. Where have they been? They're on Ring of Honor. Just like who's the draw for Ring of Honor? Athena is the draw. That's who you're paying to go see.
Right.
The women's wrestling over here has been good. If that's your thing, I recommend watching Ring of Honor as well.
Absolutely.
They're giving new people chances, and I think once they're like, yeah, this is great, let's bring them up. Let's do what we got to do.
Yep.
I like it. I'm interested in it. I'm interested to see what Matt says has happened. I'm going to wait to find out on the regular so I can keep watching the shows. But Jericho promotes all of his stuff. Then we get a Most Wanted promo, Derek.
Wanted.
Thank you for censoring yourself because I think we could have got in trouble. But it was for Bandito.
Yes.
Because we were wondering what this was. I'm like, is this commercial for something? Or like, what is this?
Listen, that was a really good promo for Bandito.
Most Wanted Bandito. He's back. Let this guy cook, man, when he gets back.
That is it. Let him get in the ring. Do what he does best.
You know what I'm thinking they should do, Derek? I just thought about this for the trios division. Let's stack up. So you get your world title guys. We kind of know who's there right now. Hangman, Christian, Jay White, blah, 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 blah. Anyone who's going to be in that mix, put him over there. Swerve. We know that. Then you got Garcia and the up-and-comers in the TNT. The internationals, like your other kind of like world title, upper mid-card. We're going to give you guys something to do. The trios title, that should be the feud for Bandito, for a bunch of other people, bro. Like, why not put them in the mix for trios belts and have tag teams established for the tag division?
Which would be a good idea. It would be it would be a great idea to do. Because then it'll make more sense. Everything is set out on the table perfectly. So,
right. E comes in. He says, some people didn't like Claudio beating Ricochet with a lariat. Not every match in AEW uses the same formula. Some people like the comeback, 5 moves of doom. Other people, there's King's Road, there's Emerald Arc. These are different styles, by the way, for people who don't know. Strong style influence stuff. I'm just going on what Jay White said himself. Cray, if you get a chance, send me where he said that, the interview. I'd like to read that. Man, ROH world title match, people will hate it because of the pick. Some people think it's petty. Goodness gracious.
I mean, you call it like you see it, I guess.
Yeah, I'll wait to see who it is. For some people, it only counts if it's on Dynamite. Raw about to be on after Stranger Things. Is it still canon? If Bandito's back, show me his fam Gravity. Use that HBO Max Monet. I want Bandito hologram. Could be Cactus in the house. Hey, sorry I'm late. Every chicken nugget. Stepdaddy is here. Still watching the main event. Enjoy, brother. Mercedes looked good tonight. She's a fly chick. Facts. I really enjoyed tonight's show. Wish I could have gone since it was 2 hours away, but maybe next time in my Terrence Howard voice. John G, King of R&B.
In my next time.
Yo, chill. Y'all bugging right now. All right, moving through this. Anna Jay, Penelope Ford. Anna Jay gets the win with the Queen Slayer. After the match, she calls out Mercedes, gives her a slap across the face, and Mercedes looks at her watch and says, it's time to go. I don't have time for this. And they're going to have a match for the TBS Championship on the Holiday Bash show. So there it is.
Which will be fire on my people.
Should be good. Should be good for that one. We get Mariah May and Mina in a little promo battle. They're talking about shaking their breast and you're gonna have to really do more than that. And she was like, oh, all right, I'll do more than that. And then they're having a match for Winter is Coming. So Mariah May and Mina will be going at it.
It'll be really good, I believe, in my opinion.
She's needed something a little bit more to sink her teeth into, Mariah May. Yes. She feels kind of like
a little stagnant.
I feel like she's waiting for Tony to get back to do what she needs to do for that story.
Which is unfortunate because when you leave people like that to depend on people,
well, you got to have people in place. The problem isn't the it's like a sandwich. The problem is the middle. Like, where are the people who should fill in?
Right. But if you you have to like you said, you do have to have the people in place. You really do. Because if you don't, it doesn't make sense. It's like how do we get here? How do we get here?
Right? Cactus, I ain't like how Mariah May was coming at Renee during that segment. Mariah Mina will be a good one, I feel. Yeah, they've been friends for a long time. going at it. Main event time. Brody King, Claudio Castagnoli. This is just a hard hitting match. If you like those New Japan brutes type matches, this is what you're going to get here. Derek was disappointed at the end, though. Claudio used a low blow to get the win and then hit a neutralizer on Brody King. Dirty man. That's how the Death Riders get it done, though, by any means. Big dub for Claudio. It's okay, Derek.
Very, very, very good match. Claudio, you deserve it. Brody, you still my man, no matter what the outcome is.
Ball forever.
But I am a little disappointed because we did not receive a devil's necktie. I need that to happen.
That is the sleeper that he put on Darby Allin, which I think no one should ever see. People are complaining about Mina's assets, shaking my head. Yeah, Mariah May is still vamping until Tony heals up. If you saw the video about her touring, what's it? Yeah. Is House of Black even a faction anymore? Yes, they're still a faction.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They've been picking up wins, man. They had Buddy Matthews get a win at the show. They've just been doing singles work.
Yeah, and sometimes you got to go that route.
Matt Lopez says this was a damn good main event, and Brody's getting over.
Brody is getting over.
Me and Derek were just talking about that. Like, I feel like here's the issue, I think, with House of Black. This is totally me spitballing and guessing. Malachi, don't get mad at me. I feel like they might believe he's leaving, and they want to see what's happening with him first before they start making moves. Buddy already re-signed. A lot of people thought he was going to WWE, me included. And nah, he stayed.
Yeah.
So what happens then to this situation over here with Brody? Does Brody take over? Is Brody going to go solo and Buddy go solo? Buddy could be another Omega for you if you let this guy work. Just let him go out there and do his thing.
He can be. But, I mean, honestly, like letting him go out on his own and wreak havoc in the world, love it. But I feel like all three of them need to have somebody. I think all three of them need the gimmick that they have.
It works best together, and Malachi is really the glue that keeps it together. T-Ferg says, would not mind seeing a Brody singles run. Brody as TNT champ, Buddy as international champ would be dope. You could.
Okay.
You could. I can see Buddy as the TNT champ and Brody as the international. I would flip it, but right. I could even see them as the tag team champs if you wanted to. It's there.
It is right there for the taking.
Let's get into upcoming matches that we have happening here. We do have Mariah May versus Mina. That is going to be happening next week on Dynamite for Winter is Coming. Inappropriate. That is definitely going to be what's happening. So look forward to that. We also have Brody King versus Ricochet. I think Rick O'Shea might be eating a Gonzo bomb here. I don't know. This is going to be tough to call.
Oh, yeah, definitely eating a Gonzo bomb. Hopefully a devil's necktie.
Now, you were mad about Claudio. Claudio's on top in this bracket, but I don't know if he does it next week against Will Ospreay, bro.
Oh,
the Billy Goat versus the Swiss Goat should be a good one. I love the Continental Classic, dude. Like, if you like tournaments in the round robin, bro, it brings me back to playing WCW versus the World as a kid. Like, I love it, bro. Put the X's and O's in. Let's go.
Yes. Having these two wrestle together or against each other is going to be nothing short of great. I think it's going to be a great match.
Now, we also have, for that Dynamite Holiday Bash on December 18th, Will Ospreay versus Darby Allin. Washington, D.C. is getting themselves a little treat.
They are. This is a good...
These guys don't even have to go all the way.
No. Not at all. They don't have to. Like, they can do small stuff here and there. And we, ourselves, and the fans...
We win.
We win all the time.
Now, I have some other stuff in here I want to get to. Just pay attention to the dates at the bottom if you're interested in these. Friday, we're going to have Mark Briscoe versus Kazuchika Okada. Rainmaker. We also will have Ricochet versus Commander on that Rampage show for the Gold League. Remember, Commander, why is he here? He took the place due to Juice Robinson not being in. Commander has earned this. I saw people complaining like, well, what is this? I'm like, yo, do you want anyone else to eat pens? That was the role Juice had. Like, Commander can go in there. He's going to put on some good matches. Commander is dope. Like, he's really been kind of someone that I think you could hang your hat on recently. He's delivered.
Right.
Just putting it out there. Deleting that. I had a double in there. We got Daniel Garcia versus the Beast Mortos. Once again, we know why Beast Mortos is in there, but it'll be fine. We also have Mina taking on Emi Sakura here Saturday, December 7th in Columbus, Ohio on Collision. And we also will have Darby Allin versus Commander Saturday, December 7th.
Yes.
Another fire match. Like I said, Continental Classic running wild, my friends. What else is going on in the world of AEW? Pentagon is now a free agent, Fightful Select has learned. I wonder if he's going to sign with AEW or if he's going to go somewhere else.
Good question. Good question.
Yeah. But his brother, his tag partner, AEW has no plans to use Ray Phoenix and no plans to let him out of his contract so he can sign with WWE, according to the Wrestling Observer. Right. And shout out to Wrestling News for the photo. That's where we're at with this. Like I said, today, not a good day for AEW, man. Mm-hmm. And we're going to get into that real quick, and then we're going to end this stream, brothers. But here's the lineup right now for Wrestle Kingdom. We're going to have some cool matches out here. We got Shota Umino versus Zack Sabre Jr., Yota Tsuji versus David Finlay for the Intercontinental title, Shingo Takagi, or excuse me, the global title. What am I saying? Shingo Takagi versus Takeshita for the Never Openweight Championship. I don't know if the international title's on the line as well. Daoki versus El Desperado, I believe for the light heavyweight, or not. Why did I say light heavyweight? What is wrong with me? The IWGP Junior Championship. We also have Jeff Cobb, Oiya, and Ren Narita. They're going to be wrestling for the TV dinner title. Mayu Iotani versus AZM. We got ourselves a big tag team match there. Don't ask me why tag leagues even happen if they're going to do these big matches, but it should be a good match with the Jet Setters in there. That should be fun. And we got Tanahashi versus Evil. That's that 10%, Gato. 10%, brother.
10%.
Now we have Zack Sabre Jr. versus Ricochet. Also happening on Wrestle Dynasty. This is the next night. Then Shota Umino versus Claudio Castagnoli. A beating was promised from Jon Moxley. If he doesn't win the world title the night before, this is where you could change Shota's character. Make him part of the Death Riders. Give him that beating and that he wakes up and says, you know what? I've been doing this all wrong. Shred this gimmick and make him a heel. Cut the hair down. Just turn him into whatever Moxley wants this dude to be and say, this is what you are. This is who you are. Do it.
I could buy into that 100%.
Kenny Omega versus Gabe Kidd. I'm afraid for the crap talking Gabe Kidd is going to be doing in that one. Tomohiro Ishii is going to take on Shingo Takagi or Konosuke Takeshita, depending on who wins the night before. It has been announced that Nicholas and Matthew Jackson will take on the Great Okan and Hanare for the IWGP tag titles. Tsuji versus Jack Perry. Go Tsuji. And we are also going to have the Women's International Cup. And we are going to wait to see who moves on to be in that from AEW, Ring of Honor, Stardom, and CMLL.
I think that'll be a fire pay-per-view.
Hold on here. We're getting questions. Is Julia still in the House of Black? Yes. Ospreay versus Claudio will be amazing. I love the round robin in World Tour. I wish 2K put in that mode. Is there wacky all of Max Caster's entrance disses? Does that compilation exist? Yes, it does, sir.
It does.
Right,
it really does.
Right on the YouTubes.
And it's really good.
You could listen to it right after we're done. Rampage is stacked as it is enjoying the final 4 weeks of time. He's WWE bound. He said, oh, well, what goes around comes around. Yeah, we remember that, Carlos. That's old news, though. I will say Wrestle Kingdom build has been mid, but they are pushing more for Wrestle Dynasty. Yes, Claudio mollywop Shota, and then at New Year's Dash, the next night, he goes full heel. Yes, I would love that. You could have something even where Moxley sends in a video for it.
Yeah.
Going back into this, Derek, I'm just trying to think of all the bad stuff that happened here today. AEW started running smaller arenas, and today we heard TNA is going to be running bigger arenas. And I saw a lot of TNA might be number 2. TNA might be number 2.
But how are you affording this?
Well, hold on, bro. I'm gonna get to that.
Sorry,
I wonder the same thing though, because we went from running, small buildings to maybe they're taking a chance on these 2 buildings. 10,000 people though to show up for these is kind of wild. Like
it is.
I'm gonna say this, and I like TNA. I watch TNA. I am in the insider stream every week. I'm saying this with love. TNA has not gotten better in the last 6 months to me. So I don't know where all this, like, I love TNA. TNA's back. First time I'm going to get to go to these shows. I don't know who these people are. TNA's been around for years. Where have you been then to support them all this other time, bro?
Right.
I just question some of this stuff, and I'm like, this is weird. So you all like TNA now? Why?
Right.
Is it, I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of, it's like global wars right now in wrestling. Like, if you're on my team, then I support everyone who's on your team, and vice versa.
Right. Yeah, I don't really have much to say about it. Just get it together. Figure out what you're going to do.
Whiskey Manda said TNA is bummer too.
Like, I'm not a fan of TNA. Not a fan of TNA. AEW would go 1 or 2. Or, 2 for me.
Yeah, Matt says, I wish all the best for TNA, but I don't know how the roster and current product can fill 10K. I don't either. Like I said, is Joe Hendry going to be around when Slammiversary happens? Is WWE actually going to give them people to use? That would help fill up the 10K, but
it would.
By the way, conspicuous. One of the Raw shows coming up is in Dallas. So is Genesis, right around that same time. So WWE, TNA in Texas, maybe they send some people over. They haven't yet.
Scouting.
Could be. Just saying.
Or spying, however you want to look at it.
AstroTurf, TNA support going to pop like a balloon. TNA fell off after 2014. I agree. Like, listen, I stayed away from TNA for a few years there. I did not come back until Matt Hardy and them did the Broken stuff. And I was like, let me check out what's going on here. And then I kind of I dipped my toe in, then I got back into it. I missed all of Lashley's run, Eli Drake's run. I missed a lot of it. I'll say that. Let me see here. Where am I? Josh Alexander's a free agent in February, Jordan in January. They're going to lose these folks, man.
Yeah, they are.
Just saw a spoiler of who's challenging Jericho at Final Battle. Rob is not feeling it. Many will call it petty. Oh, Lordy. I don't know if I want to see this. Then we got the news with WWE. They're on Netflix. It just seemed like AEW's show was just loaded with, like, we're doing this. This is what's going on. Yeah. CM Punk, highest rated segment. Ha ha ha. We're doing great. We asked Mark Henry about AEW. Mark Henry put him down. Eric Bischoff's on NXT that he's talking crap about AEW. This is like what I'm talking about. This is the suffocation, bro. I tell you guys this every week. Like, I'm depressed right now, like sitting here talking about this. Why did it feel like AEW just got, I don't even know what you want to call it, bro. They got stomped out. They were down on the ground, and they were just like, yo, we got to stomp them. Just stomp them out. Bischoff, Mark Henry, everybody. And the thing with Mark Henry was it hurts because where are the headlines for the good stuff then? Does Mark Henry say good stuff about AEW? Because I never read it. I never hear it. I never see it. He used to work there. Remember? No hard feelings. Everything was good. Right. Where are the hard feelings coming from, Mark? He called it a circle jerk.
Yes.
What they do. Bischoff tweeting photos with Ethan Page talking about some 2 dynamite dudes.
Oh, no. No.
And we didn't even get into Ryan Nemeth. There was a report from Fightful Select. Derek, may I?
You may, sir.
I don't want to go super deep into this because I don't want to steal Fightful Select's thunder. But there are some questions when it comes to this. And we're going to end on this note as well. Hold on here. Let me just pull this up that I got it from Rob here.
All right, let's boogie.
Sean Ross Sapp says Fightful Select has obtained a document to AEW HR and execs by Ryan Nemeth where he outlines a timeline of abuse he claims he experienced while CM Punk was still with the company, Derek. Nemeth takes issues with AEW and a member of their legal department ignoring him pleading throughout the process and after. The outline notes that Nemeth doesn't take as much issue with Punk as he did AEW allegedly ignoring his communication that he would be silently fired due to Punk confronting him. Those confrontations, job offers, settlement protocols, and more highlighted in the timeline. So Body Slam put up the whole thing, Derek.
Okay.
Basically, here's the timeline of events. April 16th, Nemeth expressed concerns to AEW's legal representative, Mega, about potential targeting by Punk. I believe right before this is where he tweets softest man alive. I added that one in there. Just want people to know where it comes from.
Right.
June 21st, Punk allegedly threatens Nemeth in an AEW locker room. Nemeth receives support from Tony Schiavone, Mega, and the Young Bucks. July 17th, Nemeth voices his frustration over AEW's lack of response to the June 21 incident, fearing he would be silently fired. Mega assures him that speaking up will not affect his job. August 12th, after a 2-month absence from AEW programming, Nemeth is booked for a show, but is then asked to leave at Punk's behest.
Right.
August 16th, Nemeth is reportedly instructed to verbally antagonize Punk in a promo. Who would tell someone to antagonize someone who's currently miserable in the company? That's weird. September 12th, 2023, Nemeth files a formal complaint with AEW executives outlining the alleged abuse and harassment. Nemeth claims Punk's alleged behavior created a hostile work environment. AEW failed to adequately address Nemeth's concerns and protect him from further harassment. He was pressured to antagonize Punk in a promo, potentially escalating the situation. AEW's lack of action contributed to his eventual departure from the company. AEW's response. AEW has not yet responded to the request. Fallout, Nemeth complaint sheds further light on the alleged issues surrounding CM Punk during his time with AEW. It also raises questions about AEW's handling of the workplace. I don't know how deep you want to get into this, Derek.
How we can get. Let's see where it takes us.
I don't know, man. Looking at this, Issa Legento got the memo out in Legento activity, as Rich Latta would say. It's likely they need AEW to fail. It's not the best right now, but I will continue to root for the underdog. Nemeth thinks he's Forrest Gump of wrestling. Why does he insert himself into controversies? Remember that documentary? Not the first time he's done this. Ooh, he's coming in rough there. I agree. Like, what's the point of taking shots? Let your product do the talking. Yeah, you got to remember, too, with the Mark Henry situation, Mark Henry left, and then they had a video thing up for him like the next day, and his son got an offer as an NIL deal. Right. Something smells fishy about that.
Very.
Like, I don't care what anyone says. Well, this explains why Nick Nemeth didn't go to AEW. Touche. Nobody's worried about him. His bro can't even keep steady work. Jeez Louise. Yeah, he doesn't appear much on TNA either, just for the record, for those wondering. Going back to Nemeth, and I didn't mean that as a shot to him. I think people should take anyone's claim serious. If you felt that way, that things should have been taken serious. Now, Punk, remember, had 2 contracts. Punk was a wrestler, but he also had one where he was like creative. It's that random contract like Jericho has it, Moxley has it, a bunch of people have it, to where it's like he's a coach and he can do all this stuff. Mm-hmm. What is going on that this is happening? And it makes you wonder, because is Punk abusing his power by saying he didn't want people on shows, or was that promised to him? Sounds like it was promised to him if you listen to Punk's side tell it. Meanwhile, this guy's like, well, my feelings are hurt. I can't get on TV. Why is he doing this to me?
Right.
But
jump over to the other side. Yeah,
and he brought up Nemeth. Nemeth has had issues before with Bill DeMott, NXT, things like that. That comes into play with this as well, his past. I don't know how to feel about this, man. Like, it's very weird. And they're saying AEW was negligent here, and I kind of agree. I do think that AEW could have done a better job from a human resource standpoint of taking care of your employees.
I mean, you're right. It does state that, but why do we have to have the constant of I have to feel like I have to attack someone or a company?
I just felt like I said, all that stuff that I mentioned happened in the last 2 days. That's a lot of stuff for Tony to deal with. And then you're like, why isn't it better? Look at the stuff you got to deal with, bro. This is a lot.
But so for Nemeth, like, bro, okay, you went through all of this, yet you said nothing. You wait up until now that he's gone and everybody else is wherever they are. Now all of a sudden you want to speak. There is a reason why you want to speak now.
But what's he going to get out of this?
I don't know. I hope he gets nothing.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I'm not that kind of person, but I hope he gets nothing because this means nothing. You're bringing up a situation. Okay, if Punk did it, fine. That's some effed up stuff. Okay, that's effed up. But if you take this long to say something, what is it, a statute of limitation? This doesn't mean anything anymore.
I don't know if there's a limitation on this, for the record.
Well, I'm just saying, if there is, hypothetically, if there is a statute of limitation,
I want to know who told him to go and do that to Punk, because that matters.
Hey,
why wasn't that name mentioned?
We'll take care of
you. Yeah, they took care of him. All right, look at where he is. That's why he's like, yo, you set me up to basically get fired. Now it's also up to him to realize, nah, that's not a good idea, bro. Why would you attack CM Punk? What do you think you're going to get out of it? A match? Did you think you were going to win? Did you think it was going to be a feud? Like, look at your position where you are. That's like Bobby Fish kicking out of the GTS. Bobby Fish knew damn well he wasn't supposed to kick out of no GTS, bro.
Right.
I know that even. Like,
he was supposed to take that and fall right out.
Punk doesn't let people kick out of it. And then I know he was like, why did you do that? Right. It was a mess. Punk's time was a mess there. And I'm not even making excuses for Punk. Punk's gone. That's how I feel at the end of the day. I'm tired of talking about this. I am. This is the new Montreal Screwjob. We talk about this constantly. And we keep coming back to CM Punk and AEW. I don't like people who diminish what he did while he was there, because it diminishes MJF, it diminishes Matt Sydal, it diminishes everyone who we worked with. I know let's have Rosenberg ask an AEW question. Don't you work for WWE, bro? Why are you asking AEW questions? This shit has to stop. I need y'all to smarten people up. Tell your friends. Why is Peter Rosenberg, Mr. I talk hip hop, I talk the Yankees, I work for WWE pre-shows? Why is he talking about AEW, bro? Punk works at WWE with you. Why are you guys doing this? This stuff is set up. It is purposely done, or they knew this will get under Punk's skin just enough. Punk showing up at the press conferences. I want muffins. Where's the muffins? Like,
right.
Dude, I get that it's funny to you. It's a joke. Let it go, though, man. Like, everybody, let this go.
Move on. Like, how often? Not how often. How long are we going to stay on subjects that have no importance anymore?
Yeah.
Like, how long are we gonna ride that wave? You had your whole opportunity to say something if Punk was doing this. Why wait for it now? Oh, I know. Because someone else is in your ear.
Or why didn't he sue? If they didn't address it, sue them.
Right.
You were an employee or, well, independent contractor. Sue them. Like, right. they shouldn't be allowed to do that stuff to you.
No, if it meant that much to you and it really weighed heavy on your heart, you would have said something.
I just don't know what all this leads to and what all this does. All this does is hurt AEW at the end of the day. And
it leads to nothing. It leads to a lot of BS. That's all it leads
I'm going to end it on this tonight. All right. We went to the 110 mark almost. We're going to go a little bit over. If you don't want AEW to succeed, right? One day let's just pretend AEW's gone, right?
Right.
Tony gave up. He said, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm done.
Right.
The first person I hear say, man, I remember when WWE had competition. I really wish they'd get back into having competition. I'm going to lose my mind on you. Whether we're just talking wrestling, even if I'm not doing podcasting anymore, I will lose my mind on you, because guess what? Right now, you have the competition. WWE is better because this happened. This AEW, this whole world, universe, whatever you want to call it, this wrestling company happened, and they were like, yo, we got to get on our BI. These people got Vince McMahon up out of there.
Yes.
They did it by any means necessary. I'm not going to get into the stuff with that. Corporate officer 1, 2, 3, and 4. We don't know about that, but you have to do all this.
You do.
Yeah. Word up, man. Cactus says, actually, Punk is living rent free in their heads. That's the best. That's being best in the world. Even when you're gone, they still talk about it. it goes both ways, Cactus, because he brings it up sometimes too, and I think sometimes in WWE the fans don't get it because they're like, "What?" They don't watch anything but WWE, so they don't get it.
Right.
Matt says Punk move and AEW doing their best to get back to a better place. For some reason, this crap keeps getting brought up. AEW needs to do better too, though. Like if you did that, Tony needs to get his house straight. Yes. What do we need? This is what I want in 2025. Fix your HR. Fix what are the issues? He needs to sit there and really ask people he trusts, what are the issues with this company? Why are they issues and how do we fix them? That's what your team needs to do. Creative people, let them handle it. Mm-hmm. Maybe you need to let someone else, like I said, maybe you work with someone with Ring of Honor and say, yo, help me out with this booking, with this stuff, man.
Right.
We'll plan this out. Let's do it. And let's see how you're going to do it. Work together, figure it out. Maybe it's Dustin. Maybe it's Jeff Jarrett. Talk to these guys and figure out how you settle these scores and how you get things done.
Right.
That's what needs to happen. Rob says Nemeth was talking about Punk in his stand-up after all this. Fuck him. And don't get started with Bischoff's punk ass. Yeah, no, he's been awful lately.
Yeah. Bischoff has been doing a lot of talking.
Yeah. For someone who tanked 2 companies and he's telling people how to run companies. Got you, bro.
Eric, shut up.
With that being said, man, we are out. Me and Derek are going to leave this one right where it stands. We'll be back next week, man. I apologize if you felt the demeanor was down for this episode. I'm just over it, man. There was way too much happening, way too much going on with all of this, this like AEW stuff. It just made me like miserable tonight. And I guess WWPR succeeded, if that's what it was.
Right.
TNA, I wish them the best of luck selling out these shows. I just hope that people don't get too big for their britches, and I hope people know what they're getting themselves into with this stuff. Like I said, people are leaving this company as well.
Right.
Just pay attention to everything that's going on around you. Be a good person. Be a good wrestling fan. Hit like on the stream if you're watching live on YouTube. And if you're listening on audio, leave us a 5-star review. For myself and the man they call Derek, we are out for this episode of AEW. Make sure to check us out on Monday. Me and Sean Clash of the Podcast, 6:05 Eastern Standard Time. We will catch you guys all on the next one.